finally making my way to the gym. It was raining too. It's kind of annoying. Not really fun to film when it's raining out here. Anyway, neither here nor there. But I was taking a nap. It was nice. I was enjoying that nap. I'm grateful that I woke up. I'm able to come over here and do this because, you know, my recent MO has been going to sleep and then just going to sleep and staying asleep. My sleep schedule's all messed up. Throwing off my whole rotation this week, or this rotation, and I just haven't been getting it done. Haven't been putting in the work, and it's frustrating, and you know, something I'm gonna have to pay attention to because it keeps getting harder and harder. So, you know, we're gonna try to finish. We're doing biceps today, so we'll finish out this workout, and you know, hopefully we can finish out this rotation. But it has been way harder, but there's nothing I can do about it now. So I'm glad I'm here. We'll go do the workout, and I'll see you guys after.
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Living Petrone. Today's video, we have a full exercise workout for you. We are doing a bicep workout with abs and legs. You would have just seen in the previous screen the workout summary. That's provided for you so that you can kind of have a reference point. If you see any of the exercises that you may like, you can find the description of them. Again, if you need to Google them, maybe you want to see somebody else do them, or you know, go more in depth, then again, the exercises have been provided so that you have that option to do so. If, like I said, if you see anything that you might want to try in your exercise routine. Again, also stick around to the end of the video for the after workout summary. We talk a little bit more about, you know, just the overall workout, and then we go into a little bit more just me talking or talking about random events that are going on in my life or things that I find interesting. So if you're interested in that type of content, please again stick around to the end of the video. Also, there are chapters in the video. If that's all if you want to just skip to that, feel free to go ahead and do so. You know, that's where I'm just, like I said, sitting in front of the camera and just kind of talking more so than anything else. But let's get into the first exercises that we were doing. We are doing the machine preacher curl, single arm. And then we are supersetting that with a eccentric chin-up type thing. You know, the machine preacher curl, I like this exercise. Again, I already have dumbbell exercises and such. This is just a good exercise. My gym has the machine, so it is beneficial. You know, sometimes doing machines can also help you save a little bit of time because it's just they're just right there, easy to set up, no big deal. Also, if you're a beginner, you know, don't be afraid of the machines. I mean, the machines are a great starting point. Actually, you know, more beginners are afraid of free weights than machines anyway. But yeah, these are a great starting point for people. You know, you will see all different types of lifters use them. I see advanced lifters using machines. Also, sometimes if you're a little bit older, you know, machines can take some of the stress off of what you're doing with just if you're doing a lot of free weight stuff like that. So again, you know, there's no need as you get older to beat your body up, but these machines are a great starting point for beginners. Me personally, I prefer to train a lot more with like single arm exercises or single leg stuff if I have that option to do so, especially on kind of machines. I usually have imbalances, so I find that one arm is stronger than the other. But again, if you're a beginner, don't worry so much about that. Just, you know, get in the machine, do it. I know that I have adjusted my machine from when I did this video to be a little bit different so that I have, you know, so my arm sits in a little bit better position than what you're seeing here. But again, every machine is a little bit different. So you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to find what works for you and your body in each machine. And if you ever go to different gyms or stuff like that, just remember, it's not going to be the same. You know, even if it's if they have very similar machines, you're going to have to make it work for your body as well. And then, like I said, we were supersetting with the eccentric chin up, where you're really just focusing on the more down and trying to, you know, resist your body coming down with your biceps. Now I kind of changed around how I've done this in the future, where I think with this one I was doing the kind of the chin up part of it, but I don't think that's really as important. I think the best thing to do is you're kind of supposed to, you know, kind of jump up, you know, hold your, you know, get to your spot and then start letting yourself come down and then have a little bit of a hold at the bottom would be, I guess, the most ideal. And then, you know, put your feet back on the ground, jump back up and kind of do the same thing again until, you know, you're satisfied with whatever results you're trying to get to. But or you're too tired to do it anymore. But I think with this one, I was doing the pull-up portion of it as well. So I've taken that aspect out of it after kind of going back and doing a little bit of research and seeing, what you need to do or how you're kind of supposed to do this. So anyway, those are just a couple little helpful things for you out there, but feel free to try these exercises. I know the chin up thing is a little bit different, but it's supposed to be that eccentric chin up is supposed to be a really good exercise for bicep because it's very bicep focused as opposed to your back, especially when you do it the way that I'm talking about doing it. Like I said, I don't always do the exercises perfectly, that's what we're here to do, is to get better and, to get better at doing this stuff and become stronger. So, but those are those exercises. Like I said, feel free to give them a try.
You won't get to my heart, yeah. This time I'ma get what is mine. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Empty thinking about the ways you like, yeah. Baby, I don't really ask for much. Crazy how you only want the fire. I swear to God, cause I had enough. Tell me to stop, but I had enough. You know I've been broken up. Oh, I could've said nothing.
Okay, we got the first exercise done. So we did the machine preacher curl here. We did 3 sets, and then I was using 3 plates with the half plate, and then when I failed, taking the half plate off. Failing somewhere around 11 or 12 and 13, I think, like that. But finished that, and then we're supersetting with just like a pull-up. So I haven't done that in a while, but the last time I used to do it, it bothered my inside elbow. So I thought I'd give it another try, really focusing more on the eccentric part of it, just coming down slow. So I wasn't able to do that many, but I haven't done that in a while. But anyway, that was our first set of exercise. So I'll do, and we'll do a set of abs.
We are moving into our first ab exercise. This is the resistance band ATG reverse squat. Again, this is not necessarily how he does this exercise. He usually does this with a cable machine and a certain attachment. I do not have access to those two things. I have tried to replicate this the best that I can. It's not going to be perfect, but I don't think it's super far off. This is a little bit more, I use this as an ab exercise, but again, it's more of a combo exercise, maybe more dominant on the hip flexor side of things, but I do definitely feel it in my lower abs, especially if you work on trying to keep them tight and contracted throughout this motion, which can be hard because of the lower abs. But yeah, this is definitely something to give a try, see how it feels for you, maybe in your body. But I like a lot of the stuff that he does. That would be the knees over toes guy. I do like a lot of his stuff. Again, like I said, I'm trying to replicate something that I've seen him do on YouTube and try to make it fit to what I have access to. And like I said, I think I'm relatively close. I mean, I do feel it in the places where I feel like I'm supposed to feel it. So this is probably going to stay in my routine for a pretty long time. I do like the exercise. It helps that I can have something behind me to grab onto, which is definitely helpful. I used to do it without it, and this makes it a little bit more helpful. But I do have to, end up pulling that, the pull-up bar behind me. It keeps like pulling closer to me. That's why I have like weight stacked on it and such. So, but if you can find or make this work for you, definitely give it a try.
Live a little
coming into our next bicep exercise, we are doing an incline dumbbell curl with resistance bands. Now, you know, the argument can be made, keep it simple. That's what my guy, Johnny Shreve, always says. Keep it simple. You know, you don't need all the fancy stuff. And he's definitely right. Me personally, I've done a lot of the basic stuff and they do work. This does work. What I am trying to accomplish here is get a cable machine type feel into the exercise. And that's why I do that with resistance bands. This is not needed. You don't need to do this. And actually, you can do this without the reason why I do it with a resistance band and a weight to, which I think I discuss a little bit later in the video. I can't remember if I do or not, but we'll just discuss it now. Is I like using the weight with the resistance band because for me mentally, it gives me a place to, it kind of gives me like a set point in a way where like, okay, if I'm doing 15-pound dumbbells with my resistance band, at some point, as you get stronger, I could grab a 20-pound dumbbell or, you know, move up to the next thing. I like having that aspect of using the dumbbells where I know that I can move up in the weight and have that as an easier benchmark. Sometimes it's a little bit harder with bands. I mean, you kind of move to the next band, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't want more band. I don't need more band. I just want the resistance kind of curve that a band or like a cable would provide. So I usually leave the resistance band the same and adjust the dumbbell. That's how I prefer to do it. Again, you don't have to do this. This is a little bit more complex or complicated, maybe even not needed. I don't know. I'm doing them this way because that's kind of what I enjoy. But again, you don't need to get this fancy or this complicated with your workouts. This is something I like to personally do because I like the way that it feels. And that's on each person what they like and what they don't like. It's, you know, you're still going to get results doing it without the resistance band, or you're going to get results just doing it with the resistance band by itself and not with the added dumbbell. And again, these are a little bit more complex to set up. So, you know, that's on you if you want to figure that out or take it on. But again, this is what's currently working for me. I just like the feel, if I haven't said it already. So, you know, like I said, maybe you want to give it a try. Maybe you don't. Again, you know, that's part of YouTube, is seeing what other people are doing. And maybe you might find something that you like or something that works for you. If you're struggling with something or body part where you might have a issue with the mind muscle connection, it's just taking a different look at things, or, you know, seeing something that, oh, maybe I'll try this. And if you do try something, I usually say try it a couple times just to see, because anytime you start doing something for the first time, it's always going to be a little bit wonky. I know for me it is. It's like, because you're just your body's trying to move through that space where it's just not used to moving, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. But again, another exercise for you to try that you might like. I don't know if I've shown this on my channel or not. But you do see me on my channel using the resistance bands with some of the exercises. And that's just how I've integrated resistance bands into my workouts.
are so heartless, and you don't care. And I don't even know what I've been fighting for. You got me hoping, and you don't care. And I don't even know what I've been fighting for. Every time I fall in the deep, and I can't fight it, I can't fight it. You wreck my mind, I'm losing my sleep. And you know that it's all that I need, so don't leave me alone. La, la, la,
All right, just finished up the curls that I was just doing. Again, I was using the band. It's a little bit different, as you see, as you're starting to see some of these band exercises that I throw in. But with this one, as the other one, I think tying the knot in this helps so that you don't have as much slack to deal with when you're putting it underneath your foot. So that's why I have a knot tied in it, just so, and it also gives you kind of a reference place for your foot to go. Just depends on where you want to tie the knot. There's nothing, I don't have like a specific place that I tie it, but you know, something like this, and then I just adjust my foot and just move this kind of to where I can get the tension. So usually before you start, before you pick up the weight and put it in, just make sure that you've got a good range of movement with the band. And then for what I was doing, I was using the 20-pound dumbbell and the 15-pound dumbbell.
We are into the second ab exercise. This is the hands back raises. With this one, you don't want to just pull your knees to like your chest, like you've probably seen a lot of people do. This is one where you really want to try to get your knees towards your forehead. You really want to try to curl that pelvis. You know, you're really trying to activate those lower abs, squeeze them if you can. But that's where the benefit of this exercise is going to come in, is really trying to curl that pelvis. And the idea is to, like I said, bring the knees to the forehead. It doesn't look perfect as I'm doing it. Like I said, I'm trying to get better at it. I'm also very inflexible with my hamstrings, so trying to keep my legs straighter is not easy for me. But again, it might not look perfect, but I feel like I do get reasonable results with this. So give this a try. I think this is something that you might like. I find it a very helpful exercise, but those little tips will help you. Also, you could see this is an Athlete X exercise, so if you want to see him do that, you could also, you could find one of his videos where he's doing it. Okay, on to our next bicep exercise. I believe this is our last bicep exercise. We are doing a resistance band hammer curl. Again, like we talked about a little while ago with using the resistance bands with traditional exercises. That's, again, for me, that's how I like to do them. I like the resistance band. I like the curve that it brings in, but I also like, using a dumbbell to, help progress myself. Once I start to get a little bit better at the exercise, or the strength starts to increase, I like just changing the dumbbell and not necessarily the resistance. I like using, I think this is I think it's the second, it's not like the lightest band. I don't know how to say that, but it's like the second one. I think the weakest band is like a yellow one, and this is my second weakest. And I like using that one. So again, just doing this with a hammer curl, I like that. I like having the tension kind of throughout the full range of movement. So because the dumbbell, with just using the dumbbell, it doesn't always have a full resistance curve, and that's why people like using cables a lot, because you have constant tension throughout it. I don't have a cable machine to do that. This is my next best thing. So that's how I like to do it. You can also do this, like I said earlier, you could do this with just a resistance band if you wanted to. Or you can kind of do it with the weight, how I'm doing it. It's up to you how you choose to want to do this. Or like I said, you can just keep it simple, and you don't need to do all this stuff. It's up to you what you want to do, like I said. But if it's something you find intriguing, give it a try. And we are going to be, I don't know, the way I've edited the video, I've made this a superset, as you're seeing now, with the ATG split squat. ATG split squat. Woo, that is a tough one for me. Not necessarily one of my favorite things, but it's definitely something that for me to work on. Like I said, it doesn't it's not going to be great for me. I mean, I'm so far ahead of my workouts. It's still, I talk about it in a little while. I was talking about, finally coming down off of this step to try to progress this exercise for myself. But, it's not going to be perfect, but it's something that I do. I try to improve at. I am terrible with my flexibility, especially, this is definitely one that needs, reasonably good flexibility. I mean, that's why you can kind of see, I have to bend my back leg a little bit more than I would like to, but that's getting better slowly. It's going to take time, but I like the idea of doing the kind of the knees over toes, or I like his philosophy, as we've talked about before. And I like I like some of these things in the full range of motion. I might not do that with every single thing that I do. Like I said, I do some regular squats. I do some full length squats. I have this. I don't think we're into a video yet where I've gotten into the lunges and stuff like that, because I'm so far ahead of working out versus what I'm editing. So my routine has now completely changed for a second time. So stay tuned for that, because you'll definitely see, some different stuff, working its way into the workouts and how we've programmed it differently. But yeah, this is just one of those exercises that, you can throw in as something to work on, because there's a lot of balance component in this. I think there's some flexibility component in this, and obviously doing an exercise which is going to build strength and, work that full range of motion. I don't really know how else best to explain it, but like I said, it's not going to look perfect on me. You can see how he does it and what his look, because he's crazy. His dude is flexible, and see how he does it to get a better understanding. But everybody's body is different. It's going to move differently, and, finding, you're just going to have to, make it work for yourself. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to know the principles of what you're trying to achieve, because, this way you can try to do it to the best of your ability. So, those are these exercises. Give them a try, see if you like them. Again, if you want to have a different look at them, feel free to use the old Google and, do a little search and see what they're supposed to. This one actually doesn't look so bad from this angle. I think this leg may be a little bit better, so that's not so bad. But yeah, could be better though.
Nothing but a girl who really should be nothing less. Don't mess up, and don't you tell us so how you actually feel. If you do, then they'll cut you right at the heel, and it hurts. Too close to the sun, 'cause you're gonna get burned. Yeah, you're gonna get burned. Yeah, you're gonna get burned. 'Cause you're gonna get burned. They say you should never roll all the dice without a hand. It's make or break when you never did stand a chance. Don't mess up, don't you tell us so how you actually feel. If you do, then they'll cut you right at the heel, and it hurts. No one can save you. It's all on your mind to change too. And baby, you can really try if you climb your way up. Do it on your own when you shit out of luck. Nobody will help if you're flying too close to the sun. 'Cause you're gonna get burned. Yeah, you're gonna get burned.
Okay, I finished with the hammer curl that I was just working on. I was using the 20-pound weight and the 15-pound weight. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk much more because there's somebody else on the treadmill behind me, but it's all good. But I just wanted to remind myself of what I'm doing for next time.
Artificial love, we just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up.
For our final ab exercise, this is the side lying knee to elbow crunch. This is something that I do like doing. I don't know if it's some people might like it. I'm not really sure where it sits on how effective it is. I mean, I think it's very effective. Again, my body responds to it well. I definitely feel it. You can see me, I'm definitely getting my shoulder off the ground, really trying to get a good squeeze. I like having that resistance band to have that tension. It gives me I like to pull. You are using your leg to pull, but you're also kind of using that, a little bit maybe of your lower abs to kind of engage that at some level. I just like how it feels for me to engage, kind of the side, maybe your obliques, a little bit of your core and stuff like that. So, but, that's up to you. This is one that I connect well with, so that's why I like doing it. It will tire out your leg a little bit depending if you're doing a lot of reps of it. So just keep that in mind. If you are doing it, that's why you see me take a little bit of breaks, just because, my leg just gets a little bit tired pulling that. We are into our final superset of exercises. We are doing a resistance band kickback here, and then we're going to superset that with the Nordics, which is another fantastic hamstring exercise. Now, I have removed this this glute exercise from my routine, the glute kickback. This has been removed in favor of something else. I had seen a Johnny Shreve video where he was talking about this really doesn't engage the glutes as much as you think that it does, because it's kind of just kind of pulsing it. In order to really activate it, you got to go through a full range of motion with them, which is kind of where it starts somewhere up, like a bent knee. Like if you were standing straight up, bending your knee and then pushing all the way through, has a better activation. I can't really explain it the way I'm sure that I want to, but it will be in future videos. Who knows when those are coming? I'm trying to do the best that I can. I know it take a little bit while to, edit videos. I don't have the best video editing software. So that's, like I said, something I'm going to have to invest in at some point, because it does take me longer to edit videos than it really needs to. And it's more about just matching up the volume and stuff when I'm talking, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult because it's not what I'm using. It doesn't have it integrated into it. And then our next exercise with the superset is the Nordics. Again, another great exercise. Really fires your hamstrings up. You don't have to do a whole lot of these. I mean, I think I only do like a set of 6 each time, but they're really, really good. It's a really good exercise. It's very advanced. So I definitely struggle with it because I have weaker hamstrings and glutes, but definitely something you might want to take a look at. I mean, I'm using a back-to-back extension or the back pull-down machine to really anchor my feet, which works best for me. And then I just kind of throw up another bench in front of it to have a landing pad just in case. Now, I do keep my hamstrings contracted the whole time, even when I'm pushing off of the bench. I'm using that to kind of get myself up to to get a starting point, and then I try to curl essentially with my hamstrings. Again, being at a very advanced exercises, you can get a really good workout with just the eccentric part of it, which is what I'm doing. And then as you progress that, once you can really, really do a good job at that, then the next part of the exercise is really firing off and trying to, explode off of that bench and like curling yourself up. But that's all I've got for you guys in this video. I appreciate you being here. I know, like I said, it's taken me a while to go through videos and edit them. So please be patient with me. Like I said, you will see different, you see some of these exercises. Like I said, the kickback is going to be removed. So we're always progressing, always trying to learn, get better, keep an open mind to what we're seeing. And like I said, what I've kind of replaced this with, like I said, I saw it in a Johnny Shreve video, and then I saw it with Athlete X as well. So again, like I said, keep your mind open, but I appreciate you being here, appreciate you joining me, and I will hopefully see you guys for the next video.
Head. Who's that? Who's that big girl? Who's that big girl? Hi, you. Hi, you got your jammies on? Yeah. You got your jammies on? Oh, who's happy? Yeah, you are. Hi, you. All right. Back home for the after gym report. And I got the little princess here. She's got her jammies on. I also have a little treat for her, so she's excited. You like treats, don't you? You like treats? Yeah. You got your jams on? Yeah. Looking good. She's got her Star Wars pajamas on. All right, let's see how she does. Place. That one? You sure? Good job. All right, so just finished up. Overall, big picture of how the workout went. I thought it went pretty well, all considering. Is that good? It is good. She likes those treats from the clubhouse. So she likes them. They're crunchy. Yeah, it's good. High five. Good job. Yep. So, but pretty good. Pretty good overall. You know, I didn't get to talk kind of at the end because someone was in there on the treadmill. So I talked just a little bit. But again, try to be a bit respectful. I know everybody's not interested in being filmed and such. So, but most people don't seem to mind. I think they just kind of look and like, "What are you doing?" But no one really seems to mind. So it works for me, which is great. A little bit weak, which is kind of the overall theme for this rotation. No, there's nothing in there. That's just my hand for this rotation. So that's again a little bit disappointing, but I still keep pushing forward. On those ATG split squats though, I removed that last step. So how you kind of start with that exercise is if you struggle with the exercises, you add more steps to it to make it a little bit easier on you, and then you start to pull them back or start to make it lower to the ground. So that's the first time I've done it where I've actually been on the ground. So it was definitely a little bit more challenging. So I was glad I was able to, give it a try and get there. So I was happy about that. But overall, I mean, it's just a bicep workout. I mean, it's not like in some ways you don't even really need to do biceps if you don't want to. Like if you work that out on back day, but I just like to do. I mean, I have a very I guess a more traditional weightlifting type routine. I guess I don't really know how to explain it. It's pretty traditional for the most part. It's not like super functional or anything like that. I mean, there's some function stuff in there, but it's not like it's not like meant for like CrossFit or anything crazy like that. So, but it's, I guess, maybe more for aesthetics. But, the one big elephant in the room that I want to address is I have been really bad in this rotation. We talked about it in the last video, which is the time between lifting days. It's really gotten away from me in this rotation, and it's really bugging me. But at the same time, the mental aspect, I'm having a hard time fixing it. This is the first time I've struggled, like I said in the last video, in like a year with this. Usually I'm on point. This time it's been really hard. Again, I'm pretty sure it's my sleep schedule. So I'm glad I was able to get up today because I was napping, and what happens is I end up taking a nap and then I end up falling asleep or not being able to wake up and do my workout. So, and then I get up earlier, which messes the whole thing up because then you go to, and then I try to take a nap, go to sleep, or wake up from the nap, go to do my workout, and then come back, do some stuff, and then go back to sleep. But it just hasn't been working out like that. So waking up earlier messes with it and makes me want to go into a full sleep earlier. So that's been kind of hard. So I'm hoping that I can fix it. I might do a video maybe about what I want to accomplish this year working out. I just got a couple things, not a bunch of stuff, but maybe just get it on record so that I can feel accountable for it. But that's it from here. Like I said, I'm glad I got it done. I was gonna go outside and take Cleo for her walk, but it is raining, so we're gonna try to wait it out a little bit. She'll stay in her Star Wars pajamas. Yeah. So she's coming over to check the camera. Might start, yep, sniffing it up. So, but that's it from us at the house. Cleo, come here. You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbyes? You sit? Yeah, you want to sit down? You want to say goodbye? Say goodbye. Wave goodbye. Yeah, wave. Yeah, wave. We're waving bye. Good girl. But yeah, that's it from us. You know, anybody out there, I hope you guys have a good night, good day, whatever it might be. And we will see you guys for the next video. Bye.